Welcome back to the series 101 Reasons to Forgive. This is day 54. I've been asking you to come along with us for this 54 days so far. You've been here, and we are grateful that you have been on this journey with us. Remember, we are climbing to the summit, 101 Reasons to Forgive. I guarantee you, you will experience some measure of change, some degree of barrier breaking transformative change in your life as you go through the series with us. It's not a walk in the park. I have been struggling to openly share with you what I know forgiveness can do, not just from a theoretical standpoint or from personal experiences. I know forgiveness works. So I just want to encourage you to stay with us throughout the journey. Don't step aside. If you like the content of our video, please share with someone. Also, like yourself, share with someone, but be sure that you continue to experience this journey with us. Reason 54. Why is forgiveness important? What is the reason for forgiving? What makes forgiveness so important? Forgiveness is the tough conversation we don't wish to have with our past. Forgiveness is the tough conversation we don't wish to have with our past. It's difficult sitting with someone that you don't like, you don't have a friendship with, to have a meaningful conversation that exposes your vulnerabilities, that exposes who you are, who you know you are, not who you think you are, not who the person think you are, but who you know you are. It's a challenge to sit to have that type of conversation. It's one of the struggles that individuals have when they go to a psychotherapist, to a counselor, to build trust with that individual, and so they can share the contents of their heart, their past, even the present struggles. Forgiveness is one of those tough conversations we don't wish to have with our past, because we have not learned to trust ourselves. We have not learned to appreciate the strengths in us, because we paid attention to the weaknesses in us over the strengths that we have. We have spent a lot of time advancing the weaknesses, talking about the weaknesses, what we cannot do, what we cannot be, what we cannot achieve, who we cannot love, who we continue to hate. We keep focusing on the negative emotions, or those emotions that feed the negative aspects of our lives. We prefer to stay in the places where we are more comfortable, and those places are generally where we have a lot of our weaknesses. We try to fight challenging ourselves to love when hating is easier. We fight challenging ourselves to appreciate, to comfort, embrace those things that are better for us, because we know it's going to be a challenge to move away from those weaknesses and challenge ourselves, embrace those things that will make us better individuals, better contributors to society. And so the conversation of what we need to do, how soon we need to do it, what will the priority of doing be, that tough conversation is not one that we're prepared to have. We try to escape that conversation by focusing on what others have done to us, as opposed to what we have done to others and what we need to do to better ourselves, so that we can better serve others and serve ourselves. You see, the challenge is not with what others have done to us. For we know what others have done to us. We are aware of that. The challenge is what we have done to others. Are we prepared to have this tough conversation? How have we contributed negatively to the lives of others? And how have those contributions impacted us? In what ways do they continue? And if they continue, what are we going to do about that experience? It's a tough conversation, and I can appreciate that. Forgiveness makes it possible for us to sit and have this tough conversation, because that conversation cannot happen without an invitation of the forgiveness principle into the room. It needs to be at that table. For how can we move away from the past? How can we move into the future if we don't appreciate having this conversation that helps us deal with the challenges of our past? Forgiveness makes it possible. It's a tough conversation to have, and you need to forgive yourself. Just as you are willing to forgive those other people, those individuals in your past, you need to be able to forgive yourself. And it does not mean that you have to decide on, I'm going to take 2 years to forgive myself, I'm going to take 1 year, I'm going to take 6 months to forgive myself. It is where you need to establish, I am going to forgive myself. And it begins immediately with you advancing what we refer to as baby steps or small steps, but gradually you begin to apply the principle of forgiveness in your personal life. And the fruits will be plenty. And thank you for being here on day 54. We invite you to be here on day 55 when we continue with another reason why forgiveness is important. See you. Remember to not just like the content of our video, but please subscribe if you haven't, and do share with others what our channel, how beneficial it has been to you. See you on day 55.